Hey guys, welcome to this week's art video. As you can tell already, I am changing it up a little bit this week and I'm doing a voiceover. I've been wanting to do one for a while, but I just kept putting it off. So today I decided to just do it. I think I'm getting sick, so hopefully my voice isn't too stuffed. And I'm currently dealing with the cats deciding to make a bunch of noise. Of course, they were sleeping peacefully before I started doing this, but once the recorder turned on, they started going crazy. Anyway, hopefully I'll be able to edit most of that stuff out. So I guess I'm just gonna kind of talk through what I'm doing in this piece and maybe do a little bit of an update of my life. I don't know. So I wanted to do a whole body for this piece, and I couldn't figure out how exactly I wanted to pose it. So I ended up going to this website that has a bunch of different poses. You can search for different things. I wanted one sitting down, so I was able to search through all of the model shots that they had of them sitting down. I'll leave a link to that website down below and a link to the actual reference that I used down below. Be warned, the one that I linked to is a nude model, so if you click on that link, it's going to be a naked person, so yeah. Anyway, I'm doing this on Procreate. I've been using this program a lot lately. It's just really convenient. You can just sit wherever you want, get comfortable, and draw. And it records like right onto the iPad. So you'll see me like flipping the image back and forth a lot of the times. I do that because it helps you with proportions and anatomy and whatever. When you're drawing something a certain way, everything seems to look correct. And then if you flip it, like all of the mistakes will pop out and then it'll help you fix it. Originally when I was doing this one, I thought that I would just do a quick line art and then really quick coloring, but in true Rachel fashion, I got way overboard and I got really into adding the details and then I got really into coloring it, so yeah. But speaking about the line art, I actually decided to start doing a new Patreon reward where I'm going to upload the line art for this drawing, and then patrons will have access to it and they can do their own coloring. I think that's a really fun idea. It'll be really cool to see what people come up with. So yeah, patrons, if you're watching this one, then go ahead and check out the Patreon page. The files and stuff should be up already. And for those of you who are interested in this, I'll leave a link to my Patreon up in the corner and down below, and you can go check it out and kind of see what there is, see if you would be interested in becoming a patron. I just recently added a few more rewards, so go check it out if you're interested. Here I decided to add a word to her shirt. I mean, I was wanting to do that the whole time, but I couldn't figure out what word I wanted to put, and finally I decided to put Ganda. I'm probably pronouncing it totally wrong. I can't really speak Tagalog, but I believe that means beautiful or beauty or something like that, unless my mom's been lying to me and it actually doesn't mean that. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to put that on her shirt, and it was a lot of fun to try to work around the wrinkling of the shirt. Now I kind of want to make this shirt. I decided to add a few tattoos to her, including the one that I have on my arm. I just thought those brought some visual interest. For this, since I was trying to keep it easy, I thought that I would just do some really simple cell type shading on its own layer, and then underneath that do the colors. So that's what I'm doing here, working on the shadows, kind of just adding them where I think they should go. I wanted the lighting to come from the top, and the model that I was using, the light came from a different angle, so I couldn't really use that as a reference. Here I go doing the coloring. I changed the shadow to a more purple color and then changed the layer effect, I believe it's called, to, what is it, hard color or like overlay or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but that gives it a neat effect whenever you paint over it. Normally when I'm doing this kind of stuff, I just like sit there and play with the layer options. Like you'll probably see towards the end, not so much this one, but like in other drawings, the image will just start flashing a bunch of crazy colors and whatever, and that's because I'm just like flicking through all of the layer options to see what makes the image look cool. And here I'm adding a little bit of highlights. This is where I started getting to where it wasn't a simple color job anymore. When you're adding highlights and stuff like this, it's like a really slippery slope to being too much. So you'll notice that I went back and adjusted the opacity of the highlight layer so that it wasn't so intense, which I think helps a lot. And then to kind of give a little depth, I try to give a little depth, I went and for the leg that goes under her other leg and for her pigtail that goes behind, I kind of graded out a little bit, desaturated it. Then I went and did the finishing touches of making the sunglasses look like they're mirrored, and I added like a few tiny white highlights on her face and jewelry and stuff. And here's the finished piece. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this voiceover was alright. I ended up doing it kind of late. I didn't mean to, but I was figuring Patreon stuff out, and then I ended up doing a bunch of overhauling on my Patreon. So I ended up recording this a little bit later. So hopefully I make sense. Again, if you're interested in becoming a patron, being part of the monthly coloring club, or any of the other rewards that I offer, there'll be a link down below, and it should be up in the corner still. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.